Wait, hold up.
Like literally, my top men that always hit on me are always, not only are they thin, but they are shredded. I've been dating NFL players, rappers. I'm not even gonna name drop some of the celebrities, but their boyfriends are in my DMs. Like.
All right, so what do we got going on here? Well, I have a bunch of clips of women being unreasonable, being delusional, being ridiculous, because these are Western women who have been infected with the woke mind virus, right? How many Western women have been infested with the woke mind virus? Probably 100% of them. There are some who have somewhat broken out of the delusion, it seems, but most of them are heavily entrenched in it, that belief system. Now, before we get started, I want to thank everybody for stopping by and supporting my channel. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can find me on Rumble and on Twitter. Now, let's dive into this first clip we got here. This is from The Benny Show. I didn't even watch The Benny Show. I mean, I've seen it maybe a couple times, but there were some shorts that caught my eye, and I thought they would be good to comment on. So let's take a look at this clip right here to start off with.
Gen Z girl perfectly describes the life of an average Gen Zer in modern day America.
Do I own a home? No. Do I have my own apartment? No. Do I live in my own apartment? No. Do I have a boyfriend? No. Do I have a healthy relationship to men? No. Do I have a girlfriend? Also no. Am I sure that I'm not bi? No. Do I have a good relationship to myself? No. Or a savings account? No. But do I have a scanner? And I'm currently scanning love notes for my roommate, for her and her boyfriend, whose anniversary is coming up, who are both 3 years younger than me.
Yeah, so this is a 100% you problem. Why do you have all these maladies, these psychological problems? These are all psychological problems. Why do you have them? Why do you not have a healthy relationship to men? Why are you not sure whether or not you're bi? I can tell you right now that you could have a healthy relationship to men as long as you went to men and were polite and submissive. Now, obviously, you don't want to be submissive to the point where you are taken advantage of. But you just want to be like, okay, I'll go along with what you say, honey, and you're allowed to speak your mind, to speak your opinion, to speak your thoughts on things. I don't want to do that because X, Y, Z. But do you think that if you had a boyfriend, do you think that his goal is to hurt you? Maybe there are some out there who are narcissistic, who are sociopathic or psychopathic. Those people do exist. But like, get with an older man. Then you look like you're pretty young, maybe mid-20s at the oldest. You want to get with a man who's 40, 50, who's already been through all of his garbage and been like, okay, if I'm going to get along with a woman, this is what has to happen. If I'm going to get along and have a long-term relationship, this is what has to happen. Your big accomplishment in life is you own a scanner? Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. When I was in my 20s, I don't think I owned a scanner, but I didn't need one. They existed. I knew about them. My friends had them. I didn't really care. Anyway, let's see what else she has to say here.
Not many people have a scanner.
So yeah, she perfectly did the meme. If you want to live with more than just a...
So the meme here, if you're not watching the screen, says, my parents at age 29, let's have a baby. And the man says, yes. Me at age 29, can I finance a scanner? Then Benny goes into like how you need to vote, the way that he wants you to vote, etc. I don't really care about that. That has nothing to do with wokeness necessarily. So it does right now, but I'm not worried about it. That's his point of view, not mine. Moving on. So the next clip is going to also be from Benny. I'm just going to get the Benny ones out of the way. I only have 2 here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this next one from Benny.
Who you are. Tear-filled Gen Z chick is furious at the women who fought for women's rights because she just wants to be a stay-at-home mom. That's not looked down on in society.
Hey guys, this video goes up.
First off, is that really looked down on in society? I mean, is it really? Yeah, there's some people out there I've heard say, oh yeah, oh, you're just a stay-at-home mom, what a loser. Or, I don't want to just be a stay-at-home mom. I want more out of my life. Or, I've heard that said, I think. But I think most women are like, yeah, I could handle like just being a stay-at-home mom. I want to have kids. There are some women who want to have it all, who want to have kids and have a job and a career and all that stuff. But most women seem like, if I had the ability to be a stay-at-home mom, I'd take it. I don't know if that's true for most people. I mean, this is just my perception of things, but it seems like it's the case. I don't know.
Out to the women who fought for women's rights. Why did you do that?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
You're telling me that I, who has dreamed of being a stay-at-home mother my whole life, has to go to college for a job that I don't even want.
Crocodile tears. Just, you look like you're not bad looking. I mean, obviously, you haven't done anything to make yourself look good today. And on top of that, you're crying. Your face is all red. But even if you weren't that good looking, there's a solution to that problem. We are well aware of what we can do to fix a less than perfect face. You go out and you find yourself a man who makes enough that you can be a stay-at-home mom. Those men exist. All you have to do is be pleasant to be around. You walk up to a man who you think makes a lot of money and you smile and you say hi. He's not going to bite your head off. He might walk away from you, but he's not going to hurt you if you walk up to him and smile and say hi. If this is what you want, go get it.
And get into debt. But the job that I do want, I can't have. Because a woman fought for me to not have it.
If you want to nurture your children, there are going to be there's going to be roles for men and for women in that. And that's good. It's the best for the kid and it's the best for you. So embrace who you are.
All right, well said, Benny. We will move on now to another awesome video. That one was actually a pretty good one. Before I move on, that one was a pretty good one, supporting my side of the argument. Women get back in the home. That's where you need to be. I mean, honestly, if you want to find more happiness in the world, a greater sense of satisfaction in the world, you need to go back to those more traditional ways of doing things. All right, so this is a fun one here. All the men who are watching this are going to get it.
I don't like short people.
You don't like short people?
Well, she doesn't like me then.
But if men can't change their height and you judge based on height, then I'm going to judge you based on something you can change, which is your waist size. So we're going to measure your waist.
You're not going to measure my waist.
Of course not. Why would he be allowed to measure your waist? Man, but you can just size up a man immediately and go, oh, he's too short for me. Well, I look at you, I can size you up immediately. You're too fat for me.
It's a double standard, and I'm trying to prove that.
I'm much older than you, and I'm a tiny bit smarter than you, or maybe a lot bit smarter than you.
I doubt it. You're a woman.
Based. All I have to say, based.
Wow.
So look, women can be intelligent, women can be smarter than men. It's not that difficult to do. In this case, this woman right here is not intelligent and not smarter than men. She is like, I'm older than you and a tiny bit smarter than you. Yeah, well, considering you're at least twice his age and you're only a tiny bit smarter than him, you just insulted yourself, stupid. Which tells me you're not smarter than him at all, honestly. And the fact that you are sitting here telling him that your waist size doesn't matter, but height does matter. And I'm not saying that height doesn't, because I think height does matter. It makes you an idiot. Your waist size 100% matters because that helps determine health and your ability to give birth. This is one of the markers that we look at as human beings, is whether or not you're a healthy individual, you're going to have good survival instincts, etc. You're going to be able to bear healthy children or healthily bear children, not end your life in the process. So I don't know what to tell you, lady. You're just an idiot. Moving on.
If I put the seat up to urinate and then put it down after I'm done, at your request, that is 2 seat repetitions per urinary event. This arrangement means that if you go into the bathroom, you can just sit down and urinate and leave with 0 seat repetitions per urinary event. Would it not then be a fair and equitable marriage arrangement, creating a scenario where we are both responsible for only 1 seat repetition per urinary event? And she's gone.
So, in my relationships with the women I'm dating, this is not an issue. If it's an issue with you, bye. I'm not going to tolerate you demanding that I cater to your bathroom needs. That's not my job. You have arms that work. Use them. And my relationship with my wife, it's not an issue. She doesn't care, first off. And second off, we have 2 bathrooms. And one of them, the toilet seat is up, and one of them, the toilet seat is down. That's just how it is. So we resolved that issue. Not that it was an issue, like I said. We resolved it by just having 2 bathrooms. Now, this has been an issue for me. This actually hits pretty close to home. I was actually kicked out of a place I was living in because I refused to cater to my roommates of putting the toilet seat down for her. It's common courtesy. No, it's not common courtesy. Your arms work. Use them. You're just a lazy, self-entitled narcissist. Get over yourself and understand that I have needs too. You don't leave the toilet seat up for me? Oh, that's common courtesy. It's so stupid. Such hypocrisy. Anyway, moving on.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Not a lot, and that should change.
How do we change that?
Let women take over.
Most female-dominated industries are sex or beauty related, correct?
Yes. That's the way things are right now. That should change.
Well, right, but why would women want to give up their power if they can use it to,
Because it shouldn't be the only power that we're able to hold in society.
Really? So now the question has to be, then how do you hold power otherwise? Sex and beauty are the dominant industries for women is what they're claiming in this clip, which there's a couple others that I can think of off the top of my head. But let's just go with it. It's only sex and beauty. So women dominate those two industries because men want to enter women's bodies. That's it.
Well, whether it's
When you don't give women a fair chance to gain power, they're going to do whatever it takes.
Well, is there anything?
And he says, is there anything stopping women from gaining power? That's the big question that you have to ask. I mean, what is stopping a woman from having power? There's no barrier to entry. Not in the West. In other parts of the country, or other parts of the world maybe, but not in the West.
Anything stopping women from getting power any other way?
Yes, men.
Well, I mean, but men also give women their power, correct?
Not enough of it.
If all the men in the world were gay, how would women get power?
Because they're fucking women.
What does that mean?
They're strong and better than men.
Well, right, but
Really? So you're just strong and better than us just because you're female? That's it? That's all it takes? Do you have any statistics to back that up?
I'm saying if women couldn't use sex to control men, then how would they get power?
Skip.
Of course, she doesn't have an answer because there is no answer to this. The fact of the matter is if women want something now, they can go get it in the West. And we are seeing this happen, that there are a lot more female CEOs, a ton of female CEOs and business owners, and women becoming millionaires. And there are women scam artists like Elizabeth Holmes taking advantage of stupid people who don't understand how the human body works to become billionaires. Of course, she is not a billionaire anymore, and she is in prison because of her antics. So, but I mean, I'm not surprised that women would try to scam the system. Women are always trying to scam something. Women are always trying to get by, skate by, the easiest way they possibly can. Not all women, and not all the time, of course. But these two women in this video are very attractive. Why do you suppose they're so attractive? What power do they have by being physically attractive? We all know. We all know the answers. I don't have to tell you. Anyway, moving on. Now I got a bunch of whatever clips here. We'll take a look at the first one that I introed the video with.
Dating celebrities, billionaires, millionaires, like
billionaire, like all the memes.
Literally. See, most guys that hit on me are gym bros that are fit as. That's like number one. The fittest, like, you should see the amount of, like, what are they called? Like the pumper people, the bodybuilders that.
She can't even think of the word bodybuilder or gym bro. And thing is, if you're not looking at the screen, please don't. This woman is hideous. She's a blimp. She's enormous.
Are in my DMs.
Penis pumpers.
Insane.
What?
Or it's skinny white video gamers because they're tall. They're like long. Y'all don't believe
Wait, hold up.
Like literally, my top men that always hit on me are always, not only are they thin, but they are shredded. I've been dating NFL players, rappers. I'm not even gonna name drop some of the celebrities, but their boyfriends are in my DMs. Like.
So she's telling us here that she's dating billionaires, millionaires, gym bros, bodybuilders, celebrities, and she is disgusting. Yeah, okay. Somebody is delusional. Why? It's so hard for me to believe that this woman is this delusional that she's lying, or so she has to be lying. And why would she be lying? What benefit is she going to get other than I think that she is trying to push the body positivity movement? Be like, look, I get all these hot guys, even though I'm a big fat piece of crap. Yeah, I don't believe you. Moving on.
I'm noticing
I am wearing a cross.
You're wearing a cross.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself a Christian?
I believe in God.
Let me ask you a question. Do you wear your cross while you're engaging in producing porn or OnlyFans content?
I always wear my cross.
You always wear your cross.
I never take it off.
Do you think that God approves of you doing porn, basically?
Yeah, it's not hurting anybody. I do it very safely.
Do you think God wants you making porn?
God said that he loves everyone.
Okay, I have a question. If God wants you to be a porn star, what do you think Satan wants?
To stop doing what I do, I guess? What?
Satan wants you to not do porn, and God wants you to do porn. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
So if you heard that, I mean, she says that Satan doesn't want her to do porn, God wants her to do porn. And then she ends with this shit-eating grin because she knows she got caught. Yeah, these women are insane. They'll say anything to justify their bad behavior. You want to get plowed. You want to get railed by dudes with huge wangs and who have a lot of energy, are going to destroy you, basically. That's what you want. I'm not saying it's wrong to want that, but God wants you to want that inside of your marriage. God wants you to want that with a covenant. That's what the Christian faith believes. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't claim to have the authority over what Christianity claims and doesn't claim. But that's my understanding of it. Yeah, the delusion is real. That's all I can say. All right, now this one here is a little bit different. It's a little bit of a departure. A Woman on the Whatever podcast is going to explain what it is that women are going through, and it gets interesting. This is an interesting one for me to kind of share my own experience with.
Fun, and it seems fulfilling. But how many of y'all have like slept with a guy? You're in his dorm bed, and he's sitting there like snoring away or whatever. His room is disgusting. His bathroom floor is sticky. The toilet seat's up. There's pee everywhere. When was the last time he cleaned his bathroom? You know what I mean? Like, and you're just sitting there. He literally busted.
She brought up the toilet seat again. I'm going to rewind it a little bit here. So, toilet seat. These women all care that much about they can't put up toilet seat. Seriously, what is wrong with you people? I have to go into the bathroom and raise the toilet seat if you leave it down. That's not inconvenient for me? Oh no, we're only worried about the woman's inconvenience. Okay.
Sitting there, he literally busted a nut.
Did this happen
took
to
him
you?
2 minutes.
This sounds very
no. My imagination is vivid. It took him 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Busted a nut, fell asleep. He was not worried about like your pleasure or anything like that. And then does he even like walk you to the dining hall in the morning? No. In fact, he might be so rude as to no.
This for sure happened.
No, but you're right though. Like raise your standards.
Okay. This woman's description of a man is exactly the opposite of how I operate. I spent most of my life, by far the majority of my life, being single. I care very much about the woman's enjoyment in the bedroom, and I want to spend time with her, especially if we were going to be physical with each other. Then I want to spend a lot of time with her. So I would walk her to the dining hall. I wouldn't be just laying there snoring away after 2 minutes of sex. I would make sure that she got what she needed out of the situation. In fact, sometimes that's a problem because I'm too enthusiastic about the process that we're going through, too involved in it. Someone have to tell me to like chill. So, yeah. Point I'm making here is if you're the guy who does want to like put the woman's pleasure, make sure that she feels good about this, she gets all of her satisfaction out of the situation, and then you do want to like build a relationship with her. You want to, make sure that she gets to the dining hall, and you want to spend time with her and show her that you want to spend time with her and get to know her as a person. You get nothing. You get kicked out in the cold. And this is the truth of it. This is so the truth of it. If you actually care, if you actually want this, women push you away, they reject you. You're seen as too eager. What have I done to prove to you that I'm worth you? Well, you had sex with me. That doesn't mean anything to you? No, it doesn't mean anything to these women anymore. So anyway, moving on. We got one more whatever, and then we'll end out the video with a fun one.
I think that women should be grateful. They live in the best society ever, and it's all built on the backs of not them. The air conditioning, which enables them to even exist, everything which allows them to exist in modernity is built by men, and they're the most ungrateful, snot-nosed brats about it that you've ever seen. And there's really no cause for it because they bring nothing to the table, none of them, including the old bags here who bring nothing to the table by their own admission except their and when asked, this is all you get. I bring love and affection. You don't bring shit to the table. And that's why you can't even answer the damn question, no matter how many times we ask it. And it makes me sick because that is modernity. I think.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Women want to sit there and say that, oh, I would, take on the society and I would do a better job. Really? You would mine. You go into the mines. You would deal with sewer work where you have to go down and deal with human feces while you're standing in a stream that is knee deep of human urine and feces. That's what you want to do? I don't want to do that. I'm a man. I'm like, dude, no. You would have to pay me a lot of money, more money than exists on the earth, if you want me to do that. Because I know that, and I know obviously people do this and they're fine, but I know that if I do that, I'm going to die. I'm going to catch some sort of nasty disease and I'll be dead. That's it. That's just how it works. Yeah, there's plenty of jobs out there that men do that I do not want to do, that I am incapable of doing because I have physical limitations. Yet, for some reason, we sit here and we go, oh, women have it so hard. Oh, look at these women. If you could look at the screen, you see 3 women on the screen now. The one in the middle looks so angry. The one on the right looks so angry. The one on the left doesn't look too bad. She looks more like she's just being neutral and inquisitive. But they look like they are pampered. They live a lifestyle where they have not suffered a day in their lives. And this vitriol they're expressing, the two of them are expressing, is all just a butthurt attitude that they need to get over and understand that men are out here struggling. Men really are struggling. You got stood up on a date. You got treated like an object by a man who you thought was the one for you, well, don't open your legs on the first date, on the second date, on the third date. Actually wait until you have a ring on your finger and then go, okay, yeah, now we can maybe try to see if we are physically compatible. I know that's kind of a pain in the ass because there are women that I'm not physically compatible with that I've been involved with. And then you get emotionally attached to these people and it's like, oh, God, this isn't going to work because we just are not compatible in the bedroom, and I've done everything that I can to try and make this work. And then you end up having to break somebody's heart. But that's the way it works. Now, the last one we got here is that funny one. You got to watch the screen for this one. It's a bunch of women failing miserably. You can listen to it, but I mean, you're not going to get the full impact unless you watch the video. It's great.
Generation is full of masculine women because men aren't men anymore. Women are constantly in grind mode. Women are constantly doing everything on their own. Women cannot depend on men for anything. Her being in her masculine energy is a defense mechanism, because if she doesn't do it, no one else is going to. And the last thing she wants is another man wasting her energy and taking more from her. Not every woman has to be put in this box of cook me dinner, make me babies, keep quiet. Some of us were born to run the world.
Yeah, so if you weren't watching that, I mean, it was pretty funny. Women fails. Now, you could, of course, make a video, a compilation of men failing, too. It's not just women. And you could also add a ton more clips to this video here of women failing. So it's not gender specific that people fail, obviously. It'd be foolish to think that. But this whole notion that women are like, I have to be in my masculine, I have to do it, I have to take it on myself because men won't do it. Like, no, men will do it if you allow us to step up and do it. You just get bitchy and be like, no, it's my way. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I'm willing to do it. Just shut up and sit down and let me do it. And if I fail, and if I need your help, we can work that out. But you're not letting men be men, and then you complain that there's no real men. So, and if women rule the world, like I've already said, what are you going to do? Are you going to go mining? Are you going to do line work? Are you going to do road construction? Are you going to grow and harvest the food? Women can do those things. They're physically capable of doing those things, anyway, I should say. But do they have the right mindset to do those things? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a fun one, and I'll see you all in the next video.